They had the world at their feet, yet somehow, the crown slipped. From Brazilian brilliance that vanished overnight, to English prodigies who lost the fire too soon. Today, we're diving deep into 10 footballers who had everything: talent, fame, and destiny, but lost it all. And trust me, number 1 will break your heart. So grab your snacks, hit that like button, and let's journey through football's most haunting. What could have been? Stories. At one point, Adriano Leite Ribeiro wasn't just a striker, he was a force of nature. Inter Milan fans called him the Emperor. His left foot? A weapon of mass destruction. But behind the celebrations and goals lay unbearable pain. After his father's death in 2004, Adriano's world collapsed. Depression crept in. Alcohol became his comfort. He began missing training, losing form, and eventually, losing himself. Imagine a man who could have rivaled Ronaldo Nazario ending up forgotten in the favelas of Rio. That's Adriano's tragedy, a reminder that talent alone isn't enough. If only someone had saved the man behind the goals, maybe we'd still be chanting his name today. Why always me? Balotelli once asked. Maybe because nobody else made headlines like him. Gifted, unpredictable, and outrageously talented, Mario Balotelli was supposed to be Italy's next big thing. His power, flair, and confidence were unmatched. But his battles weren't just on the pitch, they were with himself. Fights with managers, fireworks in his bathroom, missed training, and bizarre off-field antics turned him from a prodigy into a punchline. And yet, deep down, you could sense a misunderstood genius. A boy craving guidance in a world that only saw chaos. Balotelli's story reminds us that talent without discipline is like a Ferrari with no brakes. It dazzles, but crashes fast. When Pato emerged, Brazil thought they'd found their next Kaká. He was fast, elegant, and clinical, a superstar in the making. At AC Milan, his dribbles felt like poetry. But injuries came like uninvited guests, one after another, tearing his rhythm apart. Then came fame, fortune, and distractions. The focus faded. Pato's glow dimmed until the football world stopped waiting. From Milan San Siro to China's Super League, his journey became a tour of what-ifs. Pato wasn't a failure. He was a beautiful tragedy. Proof that sometimes, even angels fall from grace. Imagine being told you're the next Messi at 17. Sounds like a dream? For Bojan Krikic, it was a curse. At Barcelona, he had pace, vision, and that Catalan magic touch. But the pressure of living under Messi's shadow broke him mentally. Anxiety and self-doubt took over. He moved from club to club, Roma, Stoke, Ajax, but never truly found peace. Bojan's story isn't of arrogance or scandal. It's of fragile brilliance crushed by expectation. Sometimes, the heaviest jersey isn't on your back, it's in your mind. Remember, JLINGZ? The celebrations, the flair, the smiles. Jesse Lingard brought joy to the pitch. At Manchester United, he was the life of the locker room, but beneath the laughter were battles, mental health struggles, family responsibilities, and the weight of criticism. Form dipped, fans turned, and the spotlight dimmed. His brief rebirth at West Ham gave hope, but it faded fast. Lingard's story shows how footballers aren't robots. They're humans fighting unseen wars. Talent can open doors, but stability keeps you inside. Oh, Eden Hazard. Once a Premier League magician at Chelsea, untouchable, unstoppable, unplayable. Then came the dream move to Real Madrid. That turned into a nightmare. Injuries, fitness issues, and loss of form haunted him. He had everything: control, creativity, charisma, but it all evaporated like mist in the Madrid sun. One of football's saddest declines, Hazard didn't just fade, he disappeared. It's crazy to think the man who toyed with Premier League defenses became a forgotten name in Spain. Dele Alli was once England's crown jewel, fearless, skillful, electric. Under Pochettino, he lit up Tottenham's midfield with goals and swagger. But success came too early, and with it, distractions. Form dipped, managers changed, and confidence evaporated. Recently, he opened up about trauma, abuse, and pain that shaped his downfall. Behind the fame was a broken boy trying to heal. Dele's journey is a lesson in compassion, because sometimes, what players need isn't a coach, it's care. If football was art, Quaresma painted in rainbow flicks and outside boots. The Trivela King had genius in his feet but rebellion in his heart. He refused to play by the system, dribbling when he should have passed, shining when he should have stayed simple. While Cristiano Ronaldo became the disciplined legend, Quaresma remained the street artist who never followed rules. His flashes of brilliance were unforgettable, but they came in bursts, not seasons. He'll forever be remembered as Portugal's most beautiful frustration. Sir Alex Ferguson once called Ravel Morrison the most naturally gifted young player he'd ever seen. That's right, more than Pogba, more than Lingard. But talent was never the issue. Attitude, discipline, and bad company dragged him down. Fights, controversies, and wasted chances turned his dream into dust. Still, every time he touched the ball, you saw the spark of what could have been, a genius without a guide. Morrison reminds us, potential without direction is like lightning with no storm. It flashes, then fades. When Ansu Fati broke into Barcelona's first team, he was pure electricity. Speed, flair, courage, he was supposed to carry Messi's legacy. But cruel injuries shattered his momentum. At 17, he was on every headline. By 22, he's fighting just to stay relevant. Yet, hope isn't lost. Maybe this story isn't over. Maybe Fati can rise again. But for now, his tale stands as a reminder that football's brightest lights can burn out the fastest. And there you have it, 10 stories of brilliance, heartbreak, and the thin line between fame and failure. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these players do you think deserved a better ending? Or who do you believe still has a chance at redemption? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you felt a spark of nostalgia, and subscribe, because more football stories like this are coming your way.